Hey everybody, welcome back to Light the Fire Outdoors. We got a lot to catch up on since I left you last. I believe when I left you, we had just gotten done with week 3. We were going in to shoot week 4 of the Wilcox bait and tackle, Vegas style 453 spot shoot, as well as getting the opportunity to head up to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for 4 days and work the Great American Outdoors Show. I had an absolute blast getting to meet some guys and gals from the Tacticam team up there. We got Frank Lemus, the head dealer representative. That guy is an amazing individual. I had a blast just talking with him. I actually got a room with him. And then also Katrina Arpin from Just for Does, as well as for Tacticam. She's a great lady. She really knows how to sell some cameras. It was a great experience getting to interact with all these different hunters and fishers from all walks of life and getting them excited, just like I am, about the Tacticam and all the opportunities it brings to their game when they're trying to film their hunts. Great experience, want to trade it for the world. And then we were heading into week 4 of the Vegas style 453 spot shoot from Wilcox Bait and Tackle. Week 4 was a little bit of a downturn from week 3. In week 3 we had a 442, I believe, final score, which is an amazing score. First off, super proud of that, and it was extremely hard for me to go in there to beat. I think the downturn, we ended up shooting a 433 in week 4. The downturn was due to me losing my concentration on my shot-to-shot basis and putting way too much emphasis on that end score. Coming out of a 442, I was super excited about that score, and I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to shoot week to week better and better and better. So I really took the focus out of what I needed to do during each individual shot, and I was putting all my focus on what score I was going to get at the end of the night. And ultimately that doesn't matter. It's all about shooting consistently, putting the time in, putting the effort into each individual shot, doing a lot of focus, and making the end score a reality based off all the accumulated actions that you take during each individual shot. So we dropped to a 433, not a big deal, still an outstanding score, still super proud of that. You can see here in the week 4 target, we had a great night as far as target number 2 goes. This grouping is just absolutely outstanding. I'm super pumped about that. Our goal for week 5 was to actually take this group, keep it that way, and bring it down so we can get more 10s and X's out of that. As you can see here, we got a lot of 9s that lowered the score a little bit, as well as an 8 that killed us. The 6 hole right here is actually from a different shoot we did at the end of the night, but overall it was a great night. I attribute the little bit less of a score to, like I said, just me losing my focus on the actual concentration of shot to shot. It's really important, when you set a goal in life, you really need to set smaller goals on your way there. And in this instance, the archery stuff, each shot is a step towards the end game goal of getting whatever score you want to get out of the night. So really make sure you focus on your smaller goals. That will ultimately lead you to the achievement of your bigger goals. Also, during this whole being in Pennsylvania in week 4, Joe Boots did finally have his baby. Brought a brand new baby boy into the world named Kason. Couldn't be more excited for Joe. He's been a busy man. Now he's even more busy. He's got a little man to look after, and just couldn't be more excited about that. Congratulations, Joe and Amanda, on bringing your new baby boy into the world. And also, we shot week 5 since we've seen you last. We decided to combine week 4 and week 5 into one video because we lost a cameraman, didn't lose a cameraman. We lost a volunteer cameraman because he was taking his son to an archery tournament in Las Vegas. This little guy is just an amazing shot. He's doing tournaments all over the place, and it's really humbling to be standing beside him. At 11 years old, you got me at 24, almost 25, just shooting the same target, shooting the same level of competition. It's an amazing thing, and he actually, the guy that's been filming is his dad, so he's been taking him down to Las Vegas for a tournament he was participating in down there. So obviously the Tacticam was still rolling. We got all the footage from that to bring you guys from week 4, but we're going to combine that with the footage from week 5 to bring you guys a little bit more action in some different angles. Our score from week 5 did improve a little bit. We got a 337 or 437 out of 450. That's up a few points from week 4, but as you can see, the consistency was there. We set a goal to bring this target, or the grouping on this target, down. We did here. Me personally, when I'm shooting, I shoot 2, 3, 1. That's the order I shoot all my shots in. The grouping in target 1 is absolutely amazing compared to what it has been from week to week before this. Week 3, or target 3 here, we got a lot of also X's and 10s in that as well. Still got a few 9s to work on in these places, but the groupings overall were outstanding. And we did post our highest number of X's with 21 X's for the night. Super pumped about that, super pumped about our overall performance. Week to week, it's been like 1 or 2 things I've been improving on from week to week as far as tips that I'm learning from these amazing archers that I'm getting a chance to shoot with at these leagues. They're a wealth of knowledge. They've all been shooting a lot longer than I have, most of them obviously, except for that little guy. But anyway, putting all these combined tips together into one ultimate like shooting package is really what it's all about, to get yourself to be a better archer. This week comes from a tip I got from a gentleman down there, and it's all to do with the grip. You know, ever since I was a young archer, when I first got my first bow, I've been shooting open-handed, and that's to eliminate torque on my bow. Some people do shoot with a closed fist, but ultimately what's going on when you're shooting with a closed fist is as soon as that string's released and the tension goes back into your hand, because you're gripping it, you're going to get a lot of back and forth action going on that you might not really realize is happening, but it does affect your arrow flight. So to eliminate that, I've always kept my fingers wide open. You know, and I was asking the guy, you know, my grouping just isn't there. It's up on the top target, it's fine, but the other two, you know, I need to figure out something that I need to do to bring that grouping together. And he said, well, how do you hold the grip on your bow? And I told him, you know, I shoot open fingers, thinking that was the right answer. And he goes, well, show me. And so I showed him, you know, and I keep my hand flexed out to keep my fingers away from that. And he's like, well, what you're doing there is you're actually putting a set amount of torque in one particular direction because of the tension that's in the palm of your hand. And when your muscles aren't relaxed in your hand during that shot, as soon as the bow goes off, it's kind of the same thing as gripping that. It's going to put some torque in one direction or another that you won't realize is going on. So he told me just to relax my fingers. So all throughout week 5, and as you can see, it did improve my consistency. It brought my groups in a lot. I really focused on relaxing my fingers on my bow when I'm going to shoot. So what I do is I tuck my bottom 3 fingers down and use this one to kind of stabilize my bow during the draw. Pull back and draw, and then pull this finger off and just let it hang. And then it's all a matter of just letting the bow, the only tension the bow should have on it is being when it's being pressed against your palm while you're at full draw. And as soon as it's released, the bow just completely relaxes. There's no torque, my hand is relaxed, and obviously it improved a lot. So we're really looking forward tonight to shooting week 6 of the Wilcox Bait and Tackle Vegas style 450 shoot. It is the last week. We're going to put all of our tips together and just shoot one outstanding arrow after another, and really focus on shot to shot to bring, you know, a final wrap up and an awesome score hopefully to the last week and to the overall tournament as a whole. It's been a great tournament. It's been a lot of knowledge being learned each week, and the experience that I want to trade for the world as far as everything that I've learned and getting a chance to really meet and shoot with some amazing archers. So with that, we're going to go pack up the bow and get ready for week 6. We got a lot of snow to fight down there, and we're just really looking forward to it. We thank you guys for sticking out with us. And then after this, starting next week, we actually have a 5-spot league from Wilcox Bait and Tackle as well that we'll be participating in. Another 6-week league. The scoring's a little different. There's 5 arrows instead of 3 for each round, but we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to take all the knowledge we learned here to just start off really strong in that one, and obviously still continue to get better, because that's what it's all about. We love you guys. Have fun watching, and we're going to go get ready. Week 4 Wilcox Bait and Tackle. Let's get inside, have some fun, and hopefully beat our score from last week.
You make the mid fine.
What happened there is I looked down and saw that my arrow had actually fallen off my arrow rest when I was at full draw. That could have ended really badly, but thank God I noticed it and I could readjust for that. So when you don't have an enclosed style rest like a whisker biscuit, you always want to make sure that your arrow is on that rest when you're at full draw, because that could end really badly. tip I've learned from the guys out there at these shoots is to take my time in between shots. Usually it takes me about just over a minute to get rid of all 3 of my arrows for each shot, but when you have 2 minutes to use, it's really wise to utilize it. What I'm doing here is letting my shoulder fully relax before I take my next shot and I draw the bow. This allows me to get the maximum stability from shot to shot.